Alright guys, so I'm going to be doing a quick walk around here for you guys for the bike itself. Here's the side profile here. Here's a view of the STI shifters. These are Shimano Claris shifters. They shift really well. I was very surprised and pleased. Here's the view of the bottom bracket. With this particular bike, I ran into some issues here. You want to make sure those are nice and tight when you're assembling that. If not, you can risk damaging your bike, so keep that in mind. View of the front derailleur cage, just your standard brakes there. Another view here, close up of the crank arm and the chain rings here. This particular one isn't a compact crank, comes with 3 standard chain rings. Overall, been really happy with the bike. The only thing that's not so great was just assembly on it. I noticed that just getting it dialed in was a little bit tough because it's a mass-produced bike. So I mean, with any kind of bike, you really got to dial it in for it to work right. Other than that, I mean, it's really no fault of the bike itself. It's really just the user. Another thing is you want to replace the seat on this. The one that came with it is extremely uncomfortable. So I just actually ended up going with a WTB seat from a brick and mortar store near my house, bike shop. I've been pretty happy with it. It's right there. Got a nice little saddle bag in the back here for it as well. Okay, so now that I've gone through that, let me go over some of the caveats for the bike. It is an aluminum bike, so it is really light. But the thing is, if you're on like extended rides with it, it is a little bit jarring. Just keep that in mind. Whereas if you had like a steel frame bike, it might absorb a little bit more of the vibrations, especially if you're going on over rough surfaces. Another thing to note with this particular bike, it didn't really come with the nicest tires. They came with Kenda. I forget what the brand was. They're really crappy, but they've been holding up. I put probably 600 miles on it, and yeah, I mean they're holding up real nice. I haven't really rotated them up to the front wheel yet, but I plan on doing that. Another thing to note is I've had quite a few flats on this bike, pinch flats and stuff like that, so you might want to invest in some tire liners, possibly just get new tires, maybe those Continental Gains or whatever. I heard those are pretty good. Another thing is, like I said, I did replace the seat on it. The one it came with was extremely uncomfortable. I didn't like that seat at all, so I just went with the WTB, just road bike seat over at REI. I think it was like $45-50. Not bad. In addition to that, to really get the bike dialed in, I mean, I didn't get this bike professionally fitted, obviously. I mean, I got this online. Just went with the smallest frame that I can get, really, because I got really short legs, so yeah, I just had to go with a really small frame. In addition to that, I actually had to get a shorter stem as well. So I mean, when you get this bike, you might have to shop around and get some parts for it just to get it really dialed in, but I mean, it sure as hell beats paying a couple $1,000s, just for a road bike, especially if you're just starting to get into cycling and stuff like that. So yeah, overall it's been an excellent bike, but like I said, there are those little annoyances with this bike. That is to be expected, really. Another thing is expect the wires on this, or the cables itself, to stretch. So once you get it dialed in, maybe a month later, you're probably going to have to take it back to a local bike shop to have the derailleurs adjusted again, just to get that dial-in feel, especially on the shifting characteristics of the bike, because like I said, it does stretch over time. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I've been really happy with the bike. It's been really reliable for the most part. I haven't had anything else mechanically break with it. Like I said, I put 800 miles on it. It's been holding up really nicely. And yeah, I mean for 400 bucks, this is a steal, really. Especially if you really like cycling, you can always, go ahead and get a more expensive bike once you find out you actually like doing it. And if you don't, I mean, you just spent 400 bucks, no big deal. I'm not like one of those crazy cyclists that are chasing grams. I want, I'm not looking for like the best kind of like gear. You know what I mean? I just do this just to get around, get some exercise more than anything else, and just have fun. It's a really fun bike. It's quick, it's light. For the money, I don't think it can really be beat. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope it's been informative. A lot of the videos that were out there was really, really like spam videos, really frustrating. So hope this shed some light on the Vilano Forza 4.0. And yeah, I gave it a big thumbs up. So all right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you guys later.